Hello, and welcome to another Rangaroo's unit of the week. And today we're taking a look at the Vickers A.C.A 75mm anti-aircraft gun. Vickers Model 1931 was a British anti-aircraft gun which wouldn't enter into British service as it was rejected, so the Vickers company took the gun onto the worldwide market, with countries such as Denmark, and Finland and Belgium buying these weaponry, and of course Romania, who in 1936 would order a license to build 100 of them, and they'd end up building another 100 more during the war, where they were used as a dual-purpose heavy anti-aircraft weaponry. In-game, the Vickers A.C.A 75mm is a 115-point anti-aircraft gun available to the 5th Cavalry and 4th Mountain Romanian Divisions, and it has one big weapon. So the weapon itself is a 75mm cannon. What a surprise. You have 16 AP shells and 50 high explosive shells. The AP shells are pretty good rate of fire, good penetration, good accuracy, really not much to complain here. High explosive shells are your pretty standard HE shells of this caliber. The stats say they have a low accuracy, but that's the stats for shooting at aircraft. If it's shooting at ground targets, it should definitely be much more accurate. And if we pop down to the miscellaneous stats, has a strength of 10, good optics, very bad stealth, and heavy cargo space. During battle, the Vickers A.C.A 75mm is essentially another pretty standard heavy-duty dual-purpose anti-aircraft gun, just like if you're a Russian 85mm and your German 88. There's really not too much difference between this gun and those guns in particular, apart from a few minor things. They all serve the same purpose of shooting down airplanes at a long distance, but also being able to blow up tanks at a long distance. Tanks which are preferably not flying. You know, they could also hit a flying tank. In general, I find these large caliber AA-AT guns to be pretty okay. In 1v1s, I don't really think they have much of a use, as Bofors and 37mm guns usually fill a more general useful role, and a little bit more cheaper and easier to get. In team games, rather, these can definitely be pretty useful, because heavy AA guns by themselves don't really do a good job. They just don't do as much suppressive damage compared to more fast fire and small caliber cannons. But if you have 2 or 3 of these set up, which does cost quite a bit of money in an anti-aircraft network, you can usually stress out planes before they can even get a bombing run done, which is a pretty fantastic feat. And you also have a pretty good chance, if you have a lot of these set up, to actually shoot down a lot of aircraft. But you still need small caliber anti-aircraft guns more towards the front line to do most of their suppressing damage. These are really the heavy hitters. So how does this really work in a Romanian sense? So for the 5th Cavalry, this is a pretty decent weaponry to take, as you have a decent amount of anti-aircraft slots available, and also you don't have a lot of anti-tank really in that division, in the anti-tank tab, so having some dual-purpose guns in the anti-aircraft tab can definitely help out. In 4th Mountain, I wouldn't really say it's worth it. You already have very limited anti-aircraft slots, and honestly getting that mobile wagon and the Hotchkiss is a much better purchase. Overall, the Vickers is just another heavy anti-aircraft gun. It's not bad, it's not superbly great, but it's good in its niche role, and it's a rather unique unit. Like with a lot of DLC units, are all pretty unique with all these minor nations. And well, I'm going to leave it off at that. This has been another Rangaroo's unit of the week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as usual, please just take it easy.